Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to Total Freedom Thursdays. I am Xaye Faith, and here shortly we're gonna invite our co-host. Hello, how y'all doing? As y'all hop on, drop a one in the comments if you're live. Drop a two in the comments if you're watching the replay, and I would also like to know where you are watching from.
Oh, okay, wait.
Yes. So, as I was saying, I am Zay Faith. This is our co-host, Devan the Connector 11. And I'm really excited because tonight we are going to be talking about a better way to business. And
Indeed.
like I was saying before, I think I want to start by our story because we met each other through business. And I'm in Virginia too. Hey, Dr. Michelle.
Hey, Dr. Michelle, how you doing?
Okay. So, how did we meet the man? Very briefly.
So I'm doing a story, yeah.
I hate when you do the story, but yes.
I think you're kind of better at the story than I am.
hmm
Well, it was on a starry night when the hills were bright. No, I'm joking. So this happened in Las Vegas, and what was funny is I remember it like it was yesterday, like 2017, end of September, and so yeah, I mean. We met as friends, of course. Like we just said, okay, met at a business event as colleagues, and said, oh hey, how you doing? And I was like, liked each other's vibe. Bear in mind, we didn't like each other at all. Like we acknowledged each other's presence, but it was like it stayed there. But what was weird is that the entire event, we was together. We was like walking. We was like we was together as if we was together, which is. But everyone else around us noticed, but we didn't know. We had no idea. That
Yeah.
was the funniest part. That was the funniest part. And then I was the only person aside from Tilly that you knew from
hmm
London. So I was like the only kind of male person from London you knew. And so then we went our separate ways, of course. And then 2 weeks later, popped up on Facebook. Oh, you want to give this part now? Because
Proceed. Proceed.
popped up on Facebook, and then I think it was the first. We became friends, and then I had one of my pictures was mind of an entrepreneur, and then he was like, "What's in the mind of an entrepreneur?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah." So I sent a long message, and then kept speaking. Then I think it's like a few days later, and then he's like, "Oh, do you have 30 minutes to talk?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I got 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes. Why not? Why not?" And then so then 30 minutes turned into 13 hours, guys. 13 hours. Our first time speaking, like really speaking, 13 hours.
hmm
And we have never stopped speaking since. Like mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, like everything it just aligned. And then over time, we like even was in denial of like what was actually forming as a relationship. I was definitely in denial. I was like, this is not happening. It can't be happening. But it did happen. And best decision we ever made in our life. I'll speak for both of us, but for me, yeah. And
Yes. So, I mean, you did the story okay. It was okay. Uh, but
I was gonna do a bit more, but I was like, you know what?
the reason why I want him to tell our story, number one, because a lot of people, one of the first questions we get, no matter how many times we tell the story, is, have y'all ever met in real life? So yes, we actually met, like he said, at a business conference. And I just think it's just so crazy. Like he said, neither one of us were looking for relationships. And when we met, we didn't know we would be here 4 years later. But hello, here we are. With that
Indeed.
being said, I just feel like, you know, sometimes you receive something that you're not 100% ready for, or you're not expecting, but it's
Yeah.
always better than you could have planned it, right? Who would have imagined dating, having an international relationship, um and like that literally be your partner. Like I never would have thought that I would have dated somebody outside my country. Like that's just so crazy. And so like the point of the story is, I guess, just being open and receptive, and allowing your desires to accept what is, right? I
Yeah.
mean, and being open
Equalizer of
and
opportunity.
willing
Yeah.
to put the effort in and the work, because this obviously takes, any relationship is work, but this obviously takes work. With that being said, how we met, we were in person. We both were at a business conference, and we met each other at that business conference. And so I do want to go back a little bit. So how did you start business? Like, what made you want to get involved with this company? Like, why did you want to do entrepreneurship? Why did you want to be a business owner? Tell me a little bit about your story as far as like being in business.
Well, so in terms of business, it was my godmother slash family friend. I mean, she saw I was in a university student, pursuing a career I thought I wanted, but I was kind of just conforming to the norms of society and formal education, and not really getting self education. And she really just simply just introduced me to something I already liked and was doing, but in a better way. And that came in the form of like my one of green tea, which is I love green tea. So she caught me like that. But it was I was like, you know what? I want to know more about this. I want to know more about what's surrounding this. What is there to it? And then when I start to see the vision of like how a business can be attached to this, I was like, oh, like now I can not only have this, but other people can have this and they can benefit from it. Like I wasn't even thinking about the money initially. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh wow, these people can benefit from this. It can be a win-win relationship because it's like if you look in traditional business, it's a dog eat dog world. You know, it's like sharks that eat sharks. But when you come into a better way to business like the one we're in, it's like it's nothing but a win-win relationship. It's like each one teach one, each one build each other up. It's literally like a personal development journey. But there's all these other aspects where you can monetize from, you can improve your mind, like improve your body, like there's more options to your growth, and it's like it's not restrictive in terms of your not only your potential, but other people around you's potential. Just like because like the more you grow and you serve others, is the more you are compensated. But let's say if you're in like the workplace or stuff like that, it's literally the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll be putting in all these hours, but you get the same pay,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes not even any recognition or acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I was observing a lot across the years because I knew in my mind I always had like an entrepreneurial spirit, but I was like, yo, no, this I know how to work. I'm very hardworking, but at the same time, it's like, can I work hard and smart and like something that's more purposeful, something that has more meaning? Because I'm always searching for a higher meaning, higher purpose in my life. So, and I've aligned with that over the years, and I'm just happy and grateful that I could do that
Yeah.
in a real industry, in a real profession. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How about yourself?
Um, Likewise, I remember, I just remember in school, like I never wanted the regular routes, but I felt I was always kind of like the weird person, anyways. Like, oh, here comes a making something else up,
Yeah.
doing her own thing. I've always kind of been like doing my own thing, and so I
Mhm.
remember like 10th grade. Well, I did my 10th grade. I did 10th grade, and then I did my 11th and 12th grade year together. But my mom would always say, what you gonna do when you graduate? Say what you gonna do? So I'm pretending to look for colleges. I knew I didn't want to go to school. Like I had been in honors, like an honors student as early as I could remember. And I just didn't want to go to school. And also I didn't know what I wanted to go to school for. So I just didn't really want to go to school. So I was like, ugh, and I'm from a small town, and I was like, I really don't want to work at the factory. Um, Like I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and then one day I was Googling. But I did kind of think, I was like, okay, well, if I go to school, I thought I would go for writing, or my parents wanted me to be like a lawyer or like a doctor or something. But I knew I didn't want to do that either, so I didn't really know
Yeah.
what I wanted
Hmm.
to do. But
Yeah.
I was like, it has to be something else out there. And I was like, well, I could be a business owner, but in my mind, it never really clicked, because I was like, I don't really have a service or product that I really care. Like, I didn't really have an
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
idea. And so I remember one day I was Googling and I was like, ooh, entrepreneur, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I said that, but I still did not know what an entrepreneur was. I really couldn't understand like what they did. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go join the military. And then, but even in my heart, like I knew, I was like, okay, I'm gonna join the military until I can kind of figure life out. Like I knew that I needed time to experience and grow, and like just see what was available.
Hmm.
And kind of similar to you, what happened was someone was like, hey, because I love tea. I love tea. I got some right here. I love tea. And somebody was like, hey, like, you health conscious. Hey, have you ever tried this tea before? And I was like, no. They let me try some. And I was like, I bet. But unlike you, I didn't understand that you could get paid for making referrals. Like I knew that, like, okay, boom, if I, send a referral link for somebody to go to this grocery store or get this discount on Amazon, I knew you could get like, $5 cash back, stuff like that. But I didn't know like it was like an entire business model.
Yeah.
But even in all that, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, um, I just wanted something more. I knew that again, like, and even in the Air Force, they're like, hey, you got to go to school. You got to go to school. And it was cool to like learn, but I'm like, I don't know. There's no profession of something that I actually like want to do. I want to just kind of live my life and
Mhm.
make money. Like it sounds crazy, but I'm actually comfortable with saying it now, because I'm
Mhm.
like, nobody else was saying that. Everybody else was like, either you're gonna retire from the military, you're gonna work at this job, or you're gonna
Yeah.
get a degree. And I was like, I don't want none of those options. So eventually, like, the more I got into like personal development, and shout out to the military for having so many like personal development, like I was like, oh, I kind of like learning about life and like learning how to be a better person. But I didn't realize like it was an actual industry. Like something
Yeah.
you can get paid to
That's the
do.
crazy
And then
part.
like I was exposed to like Toastmasters, where pretty much people get paid to speak. And then so like again, like so then the person who was like, hey, try this tea, I later learned that like, oh my gosh, like there was a way to get paid literally by just sharing products and also growing yourself. And I was like, this is for me, honey, this is for me. So like, meeting you at the event, I was like, oh my gosh, like there are really people out in the world doing this and helping themselves and helping other people literally have better choices. The thing that
Yeah.
drew me to this company is like, again, it kind of fit what I wanted. I wanted a lifestyle way to make money. You know what I'm saying? I knew, I was like, I'm probably not no influencer, but I wanted like to have like a legit business where I'm being better. I'm being better in my health. I'm being better in my money. I'm being a better person. And so that's why like I think I attracted this company, because it's a
Yeah.
lifestyle company. You get healthier, and you grow as a person, and you are in a community. Like I met you in this community. You know what I'm saying? Like had it not been, had your godmother not shared that symbol with you, had, that person not shared that symbol with me, I would have never met you. So
Yeah.
it just was kind of like, man, like I'm not crazy. There are other people in the world doing what I want to do. And so that was kind of like how it kind of progressed in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes of my story. But I just knew that there was more in life, and I just knew that I wanted more. I just didn't know what it was or how, right? But I was open and I was receptive to to learn more and get educated and learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
when you say a better way to business, what does that mean?
So a better way to business is a natural way to business, and that's like it's when I say natural, I mean if you go back to like ancient times, Like how was something communicated? It's usually through word of mouth, you know? Like things were like mentioned through stories. If you look back at Mansa Musa, how he built his empire through relationship building, through bartering, through direct selling and trading and stuff like that, trading, exchanging goods and services. And so that's what this better way of business is, and this better way is network marketing, marketing to your network, word of mouth marketing, you know, direct sales, and it's a way where when you grow and serve others, you it benefits you and it benefits everyone else. So it's like a tree that just blossoms. Like it has no there's no end destination. And that's why there's so unlimited potential. And as opposed to, like, let's say, a traditional business or stuff like that, it's low risk, high reward, unlimited potential. Like, if you were to put in, if you were to say three benefits of this better way to business: low risk, high reward, unlimited potential.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's determined on whatever you put in, you get back. Like, it's like literally is operating on on the principles of universal law. So it's like cause and effect.
That's what I was about to say.
Like, yeah, it's and it's a profession as well. It's a real industry, like a multiple $billion industry,
mm-hmm.
where people are really changing lives all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
But even though that's happening, it's still like a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just grateful that, like, I was able to be exposed to it, because you until you're exposed to it, until you get into the environment of what it is and what it could be, you'll never know that there's a better way.
Yeah. The biggest thing that stood out, and I was actually going to say it, was the fact that, because I was beginning to grow spiritually, and I just saw the correlation of it's based on real life principles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the more you help others, the more you, and like I said, the reason why I love our company is because we have better products. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to do what they're going to do anyways, but giving people the opportunity to do it in a healthier way, a better way, that's that is so rewarding. And just like any scripture or any natural law, like, the more you help other people, the more, like you said, the more it helps you indirectly. You know what I mean? And it's just so simple. I feel like what's hard for me would be getting a job, and no shade, but it would be hard, and it was hard, and that's why I was like, you got to figure something out. But what's hard for me is getting up every morning, going to a place I don't want to go, being around people who I don't want to be around. No shade, but I want to be around people who want more, who want to grow. I don't want to be around people who want to be comfortable. Like, I don't know what it is inside of me. Y'all don't get mad at me, get mad at the creator, but I want more. I want to grow. I want to be exposed. I want to stretch myself. I don't like being uncomfortable, but I'm actually beginning to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because I don't know, it just feeds me. It's so weird, but yeah, just the reflection of natural law, and also just like the better thing, like the better aspects of, like you said, the traditional business, like like, so you're in a business, like, we pay taxes, hello, it's real, but
it's a willable asset as well,
yeah, and it's a willable asset, but it's like, you're not doing it by yourself. Like, you are around people who have a growth mindset, who are striving towards greatness, you know what I mean, who are open and willing to become their better selves, who are willing to level up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then also, whenever I heard, like, Warren Buffett, do you want to say the quote?
Oh, I forgot the quote. The quote was oh my days, I lost. What's the quote again?
What you
do. Yeah, what you do, make it your hobby. What the world does, make it your business.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest, like, so
Like for real.
one of our main income sources is coffee.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
originally, I was not a
and
coffee
that's a
drinker.
hobby and a business. That's crazy.
Originally, I
That's
never
both.
drank coffee.
So
I never drank coffee because I didn't think I could, because it would make my stomach so upset. Like I would get so
yeah.
sick from like a couple sips of coffee. But what I realized, it was just the quality of the coffee that I was drinking. And then and at first, and I've dealt with this even like whenever I was like, okay, after meeting the Ben, I was like, I really don't know if I can sell the coffee, like, because I wasn't a
Mm.
coffee drinker. But it's not about me. It's about sharing other people's testimony. I knew like my grandma is a coffee drinker, and she drank it, and her blood levels are getting in range. She's a diabetic. Other people who drank coffee, they was like, "Oh, this is good." Oh, and by the way, like, I'm not crashing it in the afternoon. So
Mm.
just
Yeah.
like learning and being open. So then I was like, well, if it's going to help other people, I can tell other people's story, right? Because it's all about sharing. But also another thing, just being around other successful people, one of the things that really stood out to me was learning about Warren Buffett's the 5 things he look at when he's partnering with or um,
Evaluating. Yeah.
evaluating a business. So number one is the products, like making sure is products and service not only that you like, but or that you can see the value in, but other people
Hmm.
see the value in, right?
Yeah. Right.
Number two is the company, like what's the company's history, um what's the company model, like who's in the company's leadership, like what's the company's track record, like learning about the company. I got my little screenshot here because Shorty forgot money. Like, is this business gonna make money? Like, can this business model, can these products, can these
Yeah.
services be
Is it
sold
scalable as well? You know?
and
Yeah.
scalable? Like, can this be a duplicatable business model? Support. Are you going to get support in your company? Um, I know for me, like I said, I know I wanted my own thing. I mean, I didn't really care about being a CEO or a business owner. I know I wanted to work I wanted to do something that was kind of independent or small. When I say small, like not with like just a huge organization of people. I wanted something that
Hmm.
was very intimate. Um, but the thing I love about this community is that people want to see you win, but then also like people
Yeah.
help
For
you
real.
win.
Very
Like,
supportive.
we have so many people who they don't benefit off of what we do every month, but they are willing to, like, train us, mentor us, like, tell us things that's going to help us. So you having
Yeah.
support, I
Every day
knew
as well.
like in this business model, we had teams and support and systems that was already in place, proven systems, versus if I would have went to go start my own business. I don't know how to start no business. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, how do you do what? And just already being
It's like
in
here's the
in the
building, here's the
environment.
manual. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And then the last thing in a business evaluation is timing. Like, again, are your products and services, are you trying to sell a typewriter? No. Like, maybe, I mean, unless your expectation is, for a certain niche of people, but if you're trying to, if your goal has to match what the product is trying to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, what was I going to say about timing? What was I going to say about timing? Oh, one of the craziest things, and also it like learning about true economics, right? Um,
Mhm.
me
Like the timing of
learning that,
opportunity as
like,
well.
huh?
You mean like the timing of opportunity? Like is it
Yeah, like
in the
just
market at this
learn.
moment?
Yeah, like just learning about how the average person does not have $500 to $1,000 in emergency reserves. Like, that's so scary. You know what I mean? Like, that is just so scary. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand, it being a little bit harder to have, that 3 to 6 savings, but the average
Mhm.
person does not have $500 to $1,000 in savings. So what can we do as a people to supplement that? Right?
Yeah.
Just like we
Exactly. Yeah.
should be supplementing our diets because the food is so depleted, we need to also be supplementing our income. We should not be depending on one source of income. So knowing that there is a way for, like you said, the average person to be able to improve their life at such a low cost, Like, people need to be knowing about this. You know what I'm saying? People need to know that there are opportunities. You don't have to struggle. You can choose to struggle, but you don't have to. You don't have to. So
Yeah, that's true. And then, like even with our business, like it's like a business within a business, and the way our ecosystem is even set up is that we have five different verticals within one system. So like
yeah,
you can if you want to do skincare, you go do skincare. If you want to do coffee, go do coffee. If you want to do travel, go do travel. If you want to do body management, weight loss, go. You can do that, but you can still benefit from everything within that ecosystem,
yeah.
and
Like,
that's a
because
beautiful thing. You know
whenever
what I
you
mean?
buy like a trip, a travel trip, or even um you get points. You get points. Or
Yeah,
if you buy some coffee, you get points
points
towards
of
your, yeah,
participation.
I
You
had it,
know,
but
yeah,
whenever you buy like coffee, tea, or your energy drink or your weight loss shake, you get points for your travel. So yeah,
yeah,
it's definitely like the ultimate lifestyle company.
yeah.
So
It's like rewarded for
that's
everything.
why I think it is a better way to business. Do you have anything to add?
So yeah, like, I got one like one second.
I am curious if you are watching.
So
Have you ever thought about starting your own company? And if so, um what would be your products or services? Like, what how would you want to serve the community? That's what I want to know. Drop that in the comments.
yeah, so I want to speak about like even though this is a better way, even though it's a better profession to be in, like as opposed to most of them, like if you don't learn the skills and if you don't understand that the even though the model is like it's not fully perfect, even though the it's like the people will make it much better, and but it's the people that's holding it back because even though it's like a natural and a better way to do business, like humanity in a cell in itself have been held back from their natural state. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why that's there's like a lot of people have resistance towards doing this because they just don't understand it. Like they haven't even taken time to understand. Sometimes, like let's go. Sometimes they haven't even taken time to understand themselves. But like when and they've been in systems where they haven't really benefited, and it hasn't. No one's helped them in that environment that they've been in. So then when they come into this abundance environment where it's like now all of a sudden they get support, they're like confused. They're like, what's this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so but it's like everything is a learning process. And it's like you have to learn the skills, you have to learn the mindset, the heart set, like everything. And that's what we have. We have a personal development like and business like academy, like and community where it's like you start at your own pace, like and you learn with others that's learning and on the same journey with you. But they may be further along the journey, but they're still on the journey
Mm-hmm.
of growth. Like it's all about growth, like in yourself as well. That's something I've learned across the years, like and just associating within like the community and the academy is empowered me
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to even like entertain the thought, the possibilities of like living a life of total freedom, to entertain the possibilities of like
Yeah.
earning the income that I want to earn, like and even just networking opportunities with meeting people I never thought I would meet in my life, like meeting my amazing life partner, my wife to be, you know what I'm saying? My 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 destiny partner, my twin flame, you know those ones. But yeah, no, for real, like if I didn't do what I knew what was within me and align it with something that resonates with me, then I don't know. I don't know where I'd be, to be honest. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
feel like for the first time ever in my life, like I was telling my story, like I knew like that wasn't for me. This wasn't for me. I didn't like certain things, but for the first time, even though um it forces you to grow, like you have to grow. I feel like I belonged. Found like I feel like I finally found my thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's not like, we do these lives, but a year ago actually a year ago, or was it 2 years ago now? I don't know. A year ago,
Oh, it's
like
two
it used
years
to
now.
take
It's 2 years now.
it's 2 years. It used to take
No,
me
wait, no,
hours to
actually, it might
hit
be a
that
year. It
red
might be a
button.
year.
It used to take me an hour just to hit the. I used to not like uh going live. um, I did not like. I used to. The van used to
It
be
was
sitting
definitely
on
two
the
years ago as
phone
well.
right here beside me, and I would be doing my live because it was bad. But look at. I'm so excited that like I'm finding new depths of me and learning myself and pushing myself and growing myself where I could be brave enough to say, hey, I don't have to do this job no more. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your opportunities. But I think I can I'm empowered to actually be myself and 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 try and bet on myself, you know?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean
yeah.
that's all I
We should
got.
definitely
Yeah.
continue. We should definitely continue this, like, do like a part two of this, because there's so much more we can speak on.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so like, if any of this like interested anyone that's watching right now, like, and you want a better way to start a business, and you want to like increase something within your life, whether it's income, whether it's like um your personal
Emotional
development,
personal
emotional
development,
freedom,
emotional
time
freedom.
freedom, travel freedom, location freedom, everything that can build you to be a better you. You know what? Type in 2022 in the comments, or even DM one of us like 2022 to let us know that you are ready to build have a better way to start a business, or just a better way to grow into a better version of yourself. With the right, in the right environment, because that's very key. The environment is 95% of our habits and our behaviors. 5% is just like, oh yeah, just a mere thought. Environment, guys, environment. So we gonna end it, Dio.
Okay. Well,
So,
y'all, if y'all enjoyed this, do not be shy in the comments, honey. We would love to um educate y'all. And also, if you are really curious, I mean, y'all, we got to take care of ourselves because ain't nobody else coming to save us. So if you want more information, hit that 2022 in the comments.
oh
And
yeah, there
we
is one more
got
thing
y'all.
actually.
We got y'all. We are here. And we
I
like
forgot to
really
mention
get
that.
it because think about it. Like I feel like we have such an attachment to this because it's where we were born together. It's
Mm-hmm.
where we
And
were.
it's a lifestyle as well.
Yeah. So y'all, we got y'all. I'm excited for
Yeah,
this
and we
next.
actually have an event coming up, April 8th or 9th. So if you wanna like, and it's called a Unite. So if you wanna like even be in an environment of people that's embracing a better way to start a business, like type in Unite in the comments, like DM us if you want more info on that as well. So, and I'm gonna leave it there. So it's a bit
Y'all, we
exciting.
will see you on the next video. Have a
Take
wonderful
care, everyone.
night.
Enjoy.